Hello, everybody listening to the Fed with the podcast. It's your boy 2K Suave. I am joined with AROD Suave and Vic Suave because damn, everybody came out with the shades today. You know what? Let me tell you something about this podcast real quick. I don't know about y'all, but for me, this is great therapy. I know me and AROD talked about this before, but this is great therapy for me. And I had one of them days in which the whole day I was like, I can't wait to just hop on the podcast today and just shoot the shit with my guys tonight. So Vic came in with the energy and he told me to pass the floor to him right away. So Vic, the floor is yours.
Hey, yo, it's your boy 2K Vic A. I'm coming from the west end of Boston here. Champion City, as we like to call it. It's playoff time, baby. Let's get ready for some NBA playoffs.
The hell y'all? All right, man. Anyway, A-Rod. Oh, y'all got a little lucky today. What's up, A-Rod?
It's not luck. We know how to kick penalty kicks. That's what we know how to do, man. So
I see that. All right, talk to me, A-Rod. What's going on? What's going on in your world?
NBA playoffs are starting. The Yankees came back and beat the Blue Jays today. My Real Madrid. You know, I was not gonna lie, I was really fucking nervous the entire game. How we went up 1-0. I knew there was gonna be an equalizer somewhere, and I just kept saying I hope it doesn't go to PKs. But Sammy put me in better mood, saying I would trust Real Madrid with PKs better. And I have a wacky, crazy story when we get to that part.
Go ahead, run it.
The wackiest, crazy thing I've ever seen in my life was Bernardo Silva's PK kick. I thought it was a chip shot. I don't know what you were thinking there, man. Like, Man City's going to be so.
Bernardo, say it with the Latino accent. Come on,
Bernardo Silva, like whatever you did in that PK shot, it was like Vic can attest to this. Playing FIFA and hitting the shot, but like tapping it. It was just like a tap that he did instead of holding down O. Like it couldn't believe it. But when I saw the block, I was like, or it wasn't even a block. He kicked it right to the goalie, and I was like, dude.
Oh, you gotta hold down. Oh, I thought it was squared. See, that's why I be messing up, bro. Oh my god. I'm just playing. Big, crazy, wacky, something. Give me something.
First of all, I just want to say how happy I am to be back on the pod. Last week I unfortunately missed it, but you guys are absolutely right. KK, you hit the nail on the head. It's this is definitely a therapy for me as well. I love hanging with my boys, talking about sports, and you guys even opened my eyes to some stuff I've never even heard about. So I love to hear it. Love to be here. Honestly, Kay, well, hold on. Let me take a step back real quick, guys, and let me just say, spoiler alert for the next season of Wrexham. Welcome to Wrexham. So here's your spoiler alert, folks that are listening on the pod. Take this time, skip it forward 30 seconds. But great news, Wrexham has secured back-to-back promotions and will be joining League One next year. So that's some cool. I don't know if it's wacky, it's cool, but I just love saying that. I mean, that's so crazy to think about that this team that came from literally the National League, they're pretty much like semi-pro is what it is, right? The National League, they came up there, and they are 2 steps away now from the Premier League. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. But it's just cool that that's the structure of English football. You can literally work yourself up from guys playing in the Sunday League all the way up to the Premier League. So
plumbers.
I love it.
I like to call them plumbers.
Plumbers, absolutely.
Plumbers and plumbers.
And I just finished. So over the weekend. So I remember I told you about the wedding on Friday, right? First of all, I killed my speech.
Funny? You know what's funny about, congratulations on killing that speech. Where they had the reception or the wedding, that's where my parents had their reception at too.
At the garden?
On Bayshore?
Yeah, bro. It was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. But my speech, I killed it, right? But let me just say this. It's been a while since I've had one of those hangovers that lasted more than 48 hours. This was the worst hangover I've ever had in my entire life. Literally, look, I literally looked in the mirror. I'm like, bro, what happened to you, bro? Like, you used to be him. Friday night, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was drinking. I was mixing. I drank everything from tequila to rum to whiskey to Bacardi to, I mean, there's just everything. Vanilla, vodka, chocolate wine. I drank everything. I was just on one on Friday from noon onward. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning was rough. It was
Well,
rough. So
let me ask a question that I'm sure the listeners are going to want to ask, Kay. So, approximately, you're over 30, right?
correct.
So when a gentleman gets over 30 years old, that hangover lasts, brother. That hangover lasts, and you feel that shit for days. I know myself. I've been in that same situation.
Never had a
This
hangover.
one, I've had.
Never
I
hangover.
don't.
This fucking guy.
Yo,
Never had a hangover.
Then you ain't drinking enough, brother. You
Listen,
ain't drinking enough.
Well, I
Listen.
am. Never had a hangover.
I don't. Over the last few years, I don't know what happened, but like, cause back in the day when I was in college and like right after college, when I started really drinking crazy and going out, I used to get hangovers all the time. And then my body snapped into some type of magic, and I stopped getting hangovers. I feel like the hangover I had this weekend was like me being punished for all the hangovers I haven't had over the last, let's say, 8 years or something like that. Cause like it was just rough. It was tough sledding the whole
Love
way
it. I
through.
love it.
But from
I got
from
one
a
more wacky crazy. I got one more wacky
go ahead,
crazy. Vic. Vic saw it. Vic saw it this Sunday. My golf swing. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Good Lord. My golf swing this Sunday. That was the wackiest, crazy thing that I could see. And I know Sammy, if he was here, he'd be rolling his eyes. But
After 6 months in the ground, as AROD and me as a duo took out Sammy and Jack at the course. So,
Oh, A-Rod out here swinging right now?
A-Rod was swinging, man. A-Rod was swinging. Now, if A-Rod can keep his ball paws straight, that's another thing. But I kept a couple, like there were a couple that were like piss rockets right down the center, and I just was in awe. I couldn't believe
A-Rod actually performed this weekend like a normal shitty golfer.
I like
and I include myself in that shitty golfer category. Like I'm saying, like he performed like I would have. You know what I mean?
I like
Really good.
That means a lot to hear from Vic.
Yeah.
You have no idea, because I think this man is like PGA qualified right away. So to hear that,
Ain't no fucking way.
I'm wearing red. I'm wearing red next time we go, so don't worry.
Yeah, good.
Speaking of PGA, the best thing for hangovers is to sit down and watch golf all day. It was fantastic to just sit there.
We're gonna talk Masters today.
All day long and watch the Masters all weekend. It was like I had just enough no energy to not do anything but sit there and watch the Masters. It was great.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. The token white guy on the podcast is gonna talk Masters. Don't worry, I got you guys. Okay.
Puerto Rican, man. You're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm the white Puerto Rican, right?
Believe it or not, I am a golf fanatic, and when Tiger shows up, although he was garbage, I'm tuned the fuck in all the way through. It was fantastic.
Let's go, baby. I love that shit, Kay. Let's do it. Let's talk. I'm ready to talk. Should we start off with Masters? Would that be crazy?
Let's just start off with Masters. Why not?
I love it.
We're here.
Let's go.
Listen, we're here. All right. So shout out to Scottie Scheffler. He's having a hell of a year right now. I put my money on Bryson DeChambeau to win, and it was just there. It was
that's
there.
Insane. Okay, first of all, Kay, that's insane.
All right, let me give you my bets.
Let
me give you my bets. I had Tiger making the cut, check, right? I had Scottie Scheffler winning, being in the lead after Thursday. He was off the lead by one.
Yeah.
To who? Bryson DeChambeau.
But everybody knows Bryson always falls off. Him and Koepka are the same. They
always
fall off.
I'm like, I didn't want DeChambeau to win. I didn't want him to be in the lead on Thursday. I'm like, I have a bad feeling about this because he's not gonna be able to hold on. And Scottie, he had like a pretty weird like end of Friday and early Saturday, but when he started cooking, it was like watching Tiger. It was like the opposite of what I was watching with Tiger. Tiger, like, I had to remind myself, this is his 27th Masters. Like, he's old, bro. And I had to remind myself that.
Straight cut. I think it was 27 straight cut or something like that. He's made it the Masters, something insane.
Yeah.
This man is ungodly. This is not Michael Jordan. This is not Tom Brady. This is something above that. He is above those guys. And I mean this in all honesty. What he has done for the sport of golf, not only like grown it wise, but in terms of owning it and like being the best at it, he is the single most dominant athlete in the history of sports. ever, bar none. Don't give me any other fucking names. It's Tiger Woods, and that's it.
Say it with your chest, because I'm here for this.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, me and AROD we were like ranking like the greatest athletes of all time, period.
Yeah.
And I remember, we talked about Tom. This is like right after, I think this is right after he retired or something. I know we talked about Tom. We talked about Serena Williams, what she did for tennis, and then Tiger Woods, what he did for golf. So like what he did for, he got little old me to be like, I gotta watch this shit. And not only am I watching like Masters tournaments, like I'm literally watching like random. Like I went to Valspar for the first time this year. It was the greatest experience of my life. Well, besides going to Raw back in January was the greatest experience. And then Valspar, it was pretty cool too.
Raw for the first time in January. Yo, AROD, you excited for that shit, bro.
Crazy, bro. That was crazy.
Wasn't that crazy?
You're going Raw first time in January.
I said going to Raw, not going to Raw.
It came off really slick, really suave.
No, you see, I used an interjection in between going and Raw. Pause. I said two, so I'm not gonna allow you to pause me on this one. You gotta take.
So here's the thing: is I have a question to pose to you guys. It's more of a hypothetical kind of existential question. Okay, is Scottie Scheffler's win at the Masters bad for golf?
Why would it be bad for golf?
Because I feel like Scottie Scheffler's dominance takes away from the love and the excitement. He was so dominant at the Masters where that final round was wrapped up by the time he was on the 13th hole, pretty much.
I remember Tiger Woods. Like, who were you just talking about?
So that was different.
My friend Mike was at my crib. We were watching it on Saturday, and we were talking about because he doesn't really watch golf like that, and he was like,
"My condolences, Mike."
He is a Manchester City guy. Shout out to Mike, bro. So this past Saturday, when he was here, we watched Manchester City play. What was it? That trash ass team. It was like some semi-pro team, looked like Luton or something like that.
Luton Town.
Yeah, it was bad. But anyway.
Speaking of a team that came literally, they were fucking plumbers. And
yeah,
they don't win.
Like them. Anyway, but he was like, so who's the best golfer? I'm like, well, Scottie Scheffler right now.
Yeah.
He was like, he doesn't look as dominant. I'm like, he's good. He's just having a couple of bad holes. Tiger in his heyday, by the time Sunday started, he was already ahead by 5 strokes. Pause. Like Tiger used to like run away with these shits, like run away.
Yes.
Like
yes, but that was a different kind of.
He won by what, 3 strokes?
Right. But you got to think about the type of athlete that each of them are, right? Yeah. And Scottie won by 4 strokes, I believe. He won. It was plus. No, 5. It was plus 11. He finished minus 11, and I think the next highest score was minus 6, right?
No, he was like minus 9. I think the next was minus 6.
Nah, bro. I got fact check you, KK.
Don't try me, bro. Don't try me. Don't try me.
The next highest was minus 7. So, 4 strokes. But the thing about Tiger is electric, right? You get the Tiger roar, you get the fist bump, you get the Nike, you got the Sunday red, he has that kind of flair, that swag that Scottie, I'll be honest, he just doesn't have, dude.
He don't have it.
And it's kind of fucking boring. Personally, I was rooting for Max Homa. I love Max Homa. And you know what's a different dimension, and which has honestly brought golf to a younger generation is the YouTube golf scene. I don't know if you guys follow YouTube golf at all, but YouTube golf is huge right now, right? You got Good, you got Bob Does Sports, you got the Foreplay Pod, you got Country Club with Jason, all these different YouTube channels that are constantly putting out golf content, right? And who are these guys? Who are the guys that are honestly constantly showing up on these shows? Max Homa, Joel Damon. These are the guys that the young kids are starting to love. So I feel like Scottie is kind of fucking boring, whereas you have a guy like Max Homa, who the young kids love. I love personally. I'm a homosexual. Homosexual. Okay?
Whoa.
With an A, baby. With an A, baby. I'm a
That rolled right off the top.
I'm a homosexual, okay? And I love Max Homa because of what he's done on these YouTube golf channels, dude. It has elevated the game of golf and also brought it down a notch, where we're kind of starting to get in that Happy Gilmore thing, where the common man and the average dude that doesn't get to go out to golf every fucking Sunday can follow along and love their guys, right? They can be like, oh, I saw Max Homa on Bob Does Sports, and he was awesome. He seems like a great dude. Oh, I saw Xander Schauffele on the Foreplay Pod. It was awesome. It was great. Seemed like a great dude. And I feel like somebody that's like Scottie Scheffler, who doesn't really do these kinds of things, is kind of more private, and him being so dominant is bad for golf.
I get it. Now it's like Nikola Jokic being so dominant at basketball and the Nuggets winning. It's like he just wants to go home and play with his horses. Like literally, that's it. So I get it. That makes sense.
Is I'm a homosexual the title of the pod, I think?
Damn, you said it twice.
Gotta have a hip hop theme to it.
You said
man.
it 5 times. You said it 5 times. AROD, Vic, not to leave you out real quick. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of hip hop, there was a lot of hip hop that dropped this weekend, and I got to just say something real quick, and you can actually chime in, Vic. It's a scary time because a lot of music that drops nowadays, I don't know if it's AI or not. And it's scary to me that I have to actually be like, is this AI or not? Like, I don't know what's real anymore. So this is something we're going to have to deal with for a long time, is what the hell is real and what's not. But with that being said, everybody's teaming up to go against Drake. It's like, what's the sport equivalent of that? Where everybody's like, yo, we got to go take this man down. Can you think of one, A-Rod?
Everybody in the West against LeBron?
Nah.
The Nets?
Everybody hates Christian Laettner.
Nah. It's hard to find like a comp where it's like
the Padres trying to beat the Dodgers.
Yo, that's what it is. The Padres. It's literally the Padres assembling everything they possibly can to beat a team that's only won one World Series in the last how many years?
Well, the thing is, like, I think I sent you guys the perfect. Like, I don't follow hip hop a lot. I love hip hop, but I'm not a hip hop enthusiast like you guys. But I think I sent you guys the perfect meme when it was like, give me the NBA equivalent to J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, and it was the Tyler Hansbrough complaining about a foul and then turning around and seeing Meta World Peace and be like, oh my bad.
That's about right. Listen, I'm a J. Cole stan, so everything that's happened with J. Cole, I take very personally. But after everything I've seen, this wasn't for him. Like, he was not supposed to.
Did I tell you at the beginning? What did I tell you?
You're right. Your era, your flowers.
I love it.
Your flowers.
I love it, bro. I saw that shit and I was like, it was a jab. It was more when he said, when Kendrick said, for all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines, he gonna see Pet Cemetery. I was like, it's on. Oh, it's on now. It's on, man. So
about that era, you was right. I was in my feelings, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay. I understand, because like the whole time I was like, J. Cole really doesn't have to respond. He really doesn't need to.
He shouldn't have. Now I just wish he didn't have.
I wish he didn't either. But like I as a person that's gone through a lot in his life and understanding like where to pick and choose your battles, like I understand that. You gravitate towards good people and you want to restore those relationships. And I get it. It's competitive shit, whatever. But he doesn't have to. But Drake, on the other hand, he's on this fuckboy world tour, and like that AI, I don't know if that one that he dropped is from him, because we're not confirmed that it's from him.
It has to be from him, because he hasn't denied anything.
He ended it with, I'm just really trying to keep it peachy. Like, bro, come on. You ended it with, that's the most fuckboy thing to end it with, man. And it does sound like him, but I just don't know yet. But Rick Ross is like taking this one to a home run, baby.
That was my favorite. I love Rick Ross, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy. You know what J. Cole reminded me of? It was like J. Cole, you remember like in the hood, right? There's always like, you got the thugs in the hood, and you got this kid who just so happens to be around all the thugs, but he's smart and he's a good athlete, and he wants to go on the block with the thugs on the hood, and the thugs are like, nah, bro, this is not for you. Go back. Go get them grades up. Go play
get
your
your bike.
basketball.
Go get your bike.
Go play your basketball. We gonna take care of this. And he's like, all right, cool. My bad. Like he got into the fight one day, and they told him, no, this is not your fight. It's not your fight. So it'd be like that. It'd be like that. But speaking of fights, I gotta fight somebody because the Sixers are getting their ass beat by the Heat right now. So
No,
guess
I have a 7.
guess we're playing Boston in the first round. So let's talk about the NBA playoffs real quick. The play-in is underway. Playoffs is about to start this weekend. I for one, I know this is a great time of year. It's like, we got it's tourist season. It's about to be tourist season. So like once, spring hits, you got March Madness, and then you got, the Masters, and then you got the playoffs, the NHL playoffs, baseball just started, NFL draft is coming up. This is a fantastic type of year. And I gotta run something. We gotta revisit something. Don't let me forget, because you're talking about Tiger Woods, and I wanted to talk about Caitlin Clark, because do we think she has that same impact that a Tiger had on golf? So we'll see. But let's talk about the NBA playoffs real quick. Right now, the seeds have been set for obviously the top 6 teams in the East and the top 6 teams in the West. Well, top 7 in the West, with the Lakers winning last night. So, AROD, we're gonna start with the East, obviously, because you guys found a way on. So Sunday I don't know about you, AROD. Sunday was a great day. Sunday was a fun day, bro. It was a fun day. I picked Charlotte. By the way, I picked Charlotte to beat Cleveland at plus 550. It was easy money, bro. I was like, Cleveland ain't gonna play nobody. I saw the injury report, easy money. But anyway, that Knicks Bulls game, bless you. That Knicks Bulls game was like it felt like a throwback in a way. You remember, like, back in the day, the Knicks and the Bulls in the 90s. Obviously, there's no Jordan on the court, none of that. And normally the Bulls would get the better of the Knicks, but it had that feel. Spike Lee was there, and with Tracy Morgan was there. It was just it got that feel like, yo, this is an important game. And the more and more I watch Jalen Brunson, the more I'm like, God, he's really that dude. So right now, y'all clinched the 2 seed.
Team USA fucked up, man. Team USA fucked up, but it's okay. He's young still.
We'll talk about Team USA. Boston got the 1, y'all got the 2. So y'all will be playing the winner of Miami and Philly. And from your perspective, I mean, who do you feel more comfortable playing, Miami or Philly? Be honest, I'm here. Who do you feel more comfortable playing?
Philly more than because Embiid.
Why is that?
Because Embiid's starting to scare me, man. I love Embiid, but like every time he falls, like I get an ESPN notification, and it's scary. And we match up well against the 76ers, I think. But Jimmy Butler, like I'm afraid of that man. I really am. Like the year that we should have beat him last year, he beat us in 6. So. And then he went to the finals still. Like Jimmy Butler is
from the play-in.
Exactly. If Jimmy Butler doesn't strike fear, like Jimmy has this shit, like he doesn't care about accolades or awards or anything. Like he's gonna get his money wherever he goes. Like Jimmy is a weird human being. That's all we can say. It's like Jimmy is weird. One day he comes in with nose rings and looks emo, and the other one he's got like these really tight 21 Savage braids on or something like that. So you just don't know what Jimmy you're going to get. And then one day he comes in listening to Baby Lock Them Doors and Turn the Lights Down Low music. So you just don't know what you're going to get.
Song. Great fucking song.
That's a real song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's the only like country lyric I think I know. But I just, the man is scary because he doesn't care about all the other shit. All he cares about is getting his way and finding a path to the finals.
All right, Vic. I asked AROD who would he rather play between between Miami and Philly. So you're gonna get I'm just gonna assume that Miami's gonna win tonight, and if they don't, wow, that'd be great. But let's assume Miami wins tonight. You play the winner of Philly and Atlanta or Chicago. Who do you feel more comfortable playing between those 4 teams? Actually, who do you feel more comfortable playing? Philly, Miami, Atlanta, and Chicago. Rank them.
Well, I mean, number one.
Who are you the most scared of? Who are you the most scared of? That's what I want.
Most scared of Philly, 100%.
Why?
Even though the Celtics are 3-1 against them this season, averaging about 120 points against them. I still fear Philly. I still fear what they can do. I still fear Joel Embiid. I have respect for the man, Tyrese Maxey as well. They've got the guns, man. They got them killers in the bench too. You know, don't forget about Tobias Harris. That guy can go off for 30 any night. I don't want to face the team that has the dogs, right? And they got some dogs on that team in Philly.
Miami don't got no dogs.
What?
Miami doesn't have no dogs. They got dogs.
Miami is a bunch of fucking pussies. We're 3-0 against Miami this season. I ain't afraid of those fucking South Beach bitches for nothing. I want to play them so we can fucking sweep their bitch asses. Because I'll tell you what, dude. Yo, all right. So, okay, yes, they have Jimmy Butler. What else do they have? Am I afraid of fucking Tyler Hero in the playoffs? No. Am I afraid of fucking Duncan Robinson in the playoffs? No. Am I afraid of Bam Adebayo in the playoffs? No. Absolutely not. Bam Adebayo didn't get shut the fuck down by Kristaps Porzingis. My guy. First of all, my guy. Okay? Don't forget the unicorn. And then Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's going to get taken to the goddamn bench. He'll be on the bench by game 5, if there is a game 5, if they do not sweep the Heat. The only team I'm worried about, literally, it is one and then everybody else. It's Philly, and then I don't give a shit. I'm worried about Philly. Philly gives me some crazy vibes where, like, I feel like Joel can turn up any game. And Joel Embiid is the type of player in this NBA, in the modern NBA, that can literally take over a game, not because of his skill, but because of his ability as a free throw merchant. And he is able to just get to that free throw line for 20, 40 times a night and just fill up that stat board.
Is it his fault?
That's what he does.
I'll follow him. Why are y'all following him? I'm sorry, it's hard to guard him. He hit that mid range all day. He's gonna get to the basket all day. It's easy. So we'll leave that one alone because I don't want to risk any bad juju on my team right now, but it ain't looking fun. Now an exciting series that got a little bit more exciting, unfortunately, because of the injury of Giannis. They are planning to play this series without Mr. Giannis. So Vic, your favorite player, Damian Lillard, got to carry this roster past the Indiana Pacers, who's averaging, you probably have the numbers, 150 points a game against them. So what chance do we give the Pacers with a lack of Giannis? But Dame does look like he plays a little bit better without having Giannis on the court. For whatever reason, those two, that marriage doesn't work. And to me, there's karma involved because should have never got rid of Drew Holiday. Damn sure they should have never got rid of Adrian Griffin. And now they are getting exactly what they deserve. And I feel bad because I love Giannis.
So the Pacers are 4-1 against the Milwaukee Bucks this season, with Giannis / without Giannis. I think he had one game that he was out in that 4-1 record. But let's be honest, this Bucks roster is not the Bucks roster we've seen of old, and we've seen Dame solo in the playoffs before. We know how far he'll go, and
final. He's going to a conference final.
First round, he's going to make a game-winning shot to knock you out. He's done it a couple of times.
Yeah, good for him. I'm so proud of him. He has so many championships.
Why? So does Jason Tatum. He has a lot of championships.
He's also not 30 fucking years old.
Count him on our hands, guys. Count all those Jason Tatum.
Al Horford guy has a lot of championships.
Al Horford is our number one player, who Dame is supposed to be this series. So I do not see the Bucks without Giannis making it past this series. In fact, I expect Giannis Antetokounmpo to get minutes this series because it's going to be such a blowout. I like the Pacers in 6.
Hey Rob, what you think about this series?
I think the Bucks are okay, man. I think Dame has the killer instinct, man. And everyone's saying that he doesn't want to be there. Like, I don't think that he doesn't want to be there. I just think Dame is a down-to-earth human being, and I think he's going through some shit with a divorce, and I think it's affecting him. I don't think it's I'm sure he wants to be in Miami, but I don't think he's that kind of guy. Like, I think Dame Lillard is literally going through some shit, and it just kind of is weighing on him. And he's a normal human being, man. Going through a divorce, I don't know what that's like. But I know
we've all gone through breakups. It sucks.
No, I know. But
when you sign your name on a legal document and you got kids involved, just multiply by 30.
Dame is like the most loyal dude. Have you seen his chick? Like, I'm not trying to knock or anything, but she's I She's alright, okay, but you know, she's not some giant video vixen, but he's got 4 kids with her, 5 kids with her, and I'm sure it's taking a toll on him. But back to the game, I think Damian Lillard will hold his own. I think the roster is constructed enough to hold their own with the Pacers. There's just something with the Pacers are missing one thing. That's it. They're just missing one thing, and they'll be okay. And if they ever would have got
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see, but I think the Bucks can handle their own. I like the Bucks in 6.
This isn't the Hawks we're talking about, AROD. This is an actual contender in the East, in my opinion. If it was
Indiana?
Yes.
Contender?
Yes. Not contender to win the series, but contender to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, please.
Jermaine.
Cole. Come on, man.
I cannot wait to get my fucking flowers. I cannot wait. After this series,
don't worry. I'll give them to you.
You said contender to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Absolutely not. Give me Milwaukee in 6. I think Tyrese Halliburton has not been the same Tyrese Halliburton that made it to All-Star game. Like, he's been a little hobbled. Rick Carlisle, I don't know. He just gets on my nerves.
Over Doc Rivers? You think Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers? Like, what the fuck?
This got nothing to do with Doc. Doc
Rivers is dog
shit. Has
shit.
everything to do with pride. And to me, the pride of a team that's champions, something that the Boston Celtics haven't done since 2008, and the Sixers haven't done since 83, and the Knicks haven't done since 73. the Milwaukee Bucks have won a championship recently, so they still got some holdovers from that team. Pride has to kick in at some point. And playoff basketball is different than regular season play-in tournament, or what's that bullshit they did in December, the in-season tournament. This is different. The courts are not going to be colored different. It's going to be an actual series. Give me Milwaukee. Now, a series that I really, really enjoyed, because we've all been on this Orlando Magic shit. We saw it coming, and there's no talk about the Magic this year, and it actually gets on my nerves because I've always considered the Magic as like.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Keep going, KK.
Okay. I always consider the Magic as like my second team behind the Sixers. It's always the Magic is my second team, and then wherever LeBron's at. So like that's kind of like where my allegiance be at, right? Orlando has not gotten love. They have had no national televised games. I'm pretty sure how like people couldn't name people from the men's tournament outside of Banchero. Like who can, like a lot of casual fans, like who are they going to name from the Magic? I don't know. You know what I mean? So and then Cleveland, they got a lot of hype. We talked about them in January when they went on that winning streak, and AROD wasn't feeling it. I was feeling it a little bit. Cleveland, you think Indiana is missing something? Cleveland is missing something.
I got a lot of flowers in my house, man. When I look around, man.
Hey, what kind of flowers you like? I'm gonna send you some roses or something. What you want, some roses?
Send me some. I like them all, man.
You want some dandelions, some tulips? Oh, not the Shaq jersey. Not the throwback Orlando Magic.
Don't make me get my penny jersey, man. It's a champion.
Wardrobe change, baby. Wardrobe change. Sorry, guys.
Listen. I'm happy. I'm proud. So I'm gonna just put it out there. I love this series so much. I think it goes 7, and I'm picking Orlando to win in 7. Cause let's go, Paolo Banchero. There's not many Duke players that you'll see me say let's go to, but I'm gonna say let's go, Paolo Banchero. We taking this bad boy home. Vic, I know you got the jersey on, so who you picking?
Come on, brother. You know who it is. All right. I've lived in the mean streets of Orlando as a former season ticket holder.
Me too.
Your Orlando Magic are winning in 6 games.
I like it. AROD. Now, I'm not gonna ask you who's gonna win first. What's wrong with Cleveland? Because you haven't smelt the roses in a while. I'm just now seeing a flaw. What would you say is wrong with that basketball team?
I think Donovan Mitchell's thinking about other things than being in Cleveland. Is what I think it is.
I think so too.
I think he's wishing he was with his best friend Jaylen Brown in Boston.
I don't think so, man. He's going with a New York team. He's getting with a New York team.
We're going to give him $20 with his $20 contract.
Yeah. Here's some Maine lobster. You want to come play with us? I don't know. Like I'm happy for the Magic, and I'm not hating on them. Like I'm so excited that they finally got the shit right after like the last 3 seasons when I'm like, damn, they draft so well. Damn, they're picking up the right players. Like it all makes sense. But I just think the team is too young. There's no vet on it, and I think that's what you're gonna need. And I wanna be wrong at my pick. I say Cavs in 5, but I want to be wrong with my pick in 5. Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. Like, KK, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, AROD, but I just want to interrupt you to tell you how incredibly like right you are. Right?
I agree too. I hate that I agree with you. I hate that I agree with you. I'm being a homer.
But you're being a homer.
100%, K.
Yeah.
I want them to win the series. Like, I don't care if it goes 7 games. I'm rooting for them to win because I want Donovan Mitchell to kind of find a way to come to New York. I would be so happy with that.
Why? You already have Jalen Brunson.
I know. Just don't. Let's not get into that. Let's not pontificate. Let's not get on that. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think Donovan Mitchell is happy being there. I don't think that's where he wanted to end up, and he wants out. I know he's going to give it 110% out there, I hope, but I just think we preach this all the time. You need a vet on your team, and I just don't see a vet on that Magic team. And I think the East has been very, very lackluster, like it usually is. There's like 3 powerhouses usually, and the rest are so-so. And this is a team that, hey, we got the young kids to fucking like and play with each other, and they're doing well. Now, if we can go get like a Klay Thompson to be a vet, or we can get like
that'd be dude, great shout there, dude. Holy shit, that'd be incredible.
I don't know who they get, but if you get a vet to complement this team, they'll be good because there's guys that have 5-year NBA tension, but like they've never sniffed the playoffs or haven't been around the playoffs much. So that's all they need. But I see Cleveland in 5 because I want the Magic to win. I really do.
So here's the closest thing to the Magic this season is legitimately the Thunder last season, right? Oh, yeah. So that's probably the closest comparison that you can do. And I completely agree with all your points, Aaron, were perfect. But as a Magic fan, as a fan of Orlando, I feel like I have to hope for them to be able to hit that second gear. Paolo is a guy that never won in the NCAA, right? So what's that?
We watched it together in Orlando.
We did. Yes, in Orlando, by the way. So yeah, I think this is a chance for this Orlando team to say, hey, we are here to compete with the big guys. Now, obviously, I think KK, you're the main guy. So correct me if I'm wrong. They're on the other side of the bracket of Boston, right?
No, they will play.
They would play Boston in the second round.
Play Boston
I love my flowers, boys.
Yeah,
they're the 4-5. So y'all. Yeah, we're just gonna go under the assumption that Boston's gonna win the first round. That's why I even ask you who's.
No. Let's not go into that assumption because that's not entirely true. If they play a team like Philly, I am worried about Boston in the first round. I am because, and here's my historical reference: is the 2008 Celtics took the Atlanta Hawks into 7 games. And you're not getting a podcast done without
you know how we have say this in this kind of term. If we had to say it to Vic, explain it to us in Celtics terms.
Why it went 7? Doc Rivers is your head coach. Doc Rivers is the head coach. That's why it went 7. The only reason
I don't disagree with you, okay? But the fact of the matter is, it did go 7. And
hey guys, I'm gonna need you to play some defense out there if you can do it for me, please.
Hey, just try to play some defense out there, boys. Call on, where's Ty Lue? So let's be honest. Doc Rivers isn't the best coach, which is why I pick Milwaukee to lose in the first round.
All right, and then last question before I go to the West, Vic, because I'm not gonna let A-Rod answer this. If the Knicks have
go New York, go.
If the Knicks play Miami, who do you got?
You guys have the best fucking song. Go New York, go New York, go. That's a cool song. But unfortunately, that song is not going to save you from Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy. Okay? You don't have Julius. You don't have him.
Listen, I want to be realist with you when he's done. So.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think you guys have a chance. I honestly, I feel bad for you as a Knicks fan because you guys had such a great season It had such potential. Such potential. We could have seen a Boston-New York conference final, which would have been incredible. But unfortunately, Tibbs is your head coach, and that's why Julius Randle got hurt.
All right, I'm going to be realist with you here, Kay. I'm going to be serious with you, okay? I am a diehard Knicks fan, you know that, but I am a realist. This team is outperformed what they're supposed to be doing. Everything that they've done to get the 2 seed, I did not see that beginning of the year. I said a comfortable 5-4 seed, whatever. But with this team and the way they're playing together, it's similar to how Sammy explained that OKC is the way that they're playing. The camaraderie they have, they like to play with each other, pause. They're all buddies. You know, 2 of them have podcasts. We got the Villanova Wildcats over here. We're just trying to find a way to get Michael Bridges over here. You know, it'll work out somehow. But what I'm saying about this team is they've overachieved everything that they needed to do. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them for getting the 2nd seed. Do I want to see them advance? I absolutely do. Do I want to see Jimmy Butler? Hell fucking no. That man scares the living shit out of me, and he should scare everybody in the Eastern Conference, from the fucking Detroit Pistons to the fucking Boston Celtics. I don't care if you shake your head. He's done it to you once. He can do it to you again, man. So
absolutely
face that. Like, I think we can get out of the first round. I think we can. Stephen A. Smith is the worst omen that we have next to Spike Lee.
Don't talk about Stephen A. Smith on this show anymore. I don't want to hear his name.
he has us going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I love the camaraderie of this team, but when it comes down to playoff basketball and you don't have a complete roster, not having Julius Randle, as much as you want to say trade him or whatever, he's a pivotal point to this team.
I hate.
Yeah, Kay. I think you saw what I just saw, Kay, and that shit was hilarious. Like, yeah, he got his shit swatted. But anyway,
that was embarrassing. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Terrible. So, AROD, everything you said was absolutely incorrect. I think that this. I like this Knicks team. I think this Knicks team as a whole is the 2nd best team in the Eastern Conference because of the way they're constructed, because of the way they're coached. It's unfortunate that there's 82 games in the season, but this New York team is the best New York team we have seen. I want to say since Ewing. I mean, the way the roster's constructed, I clowned on you when they made the trade at the deadline. I clowned on you hard, and I'm gonna eat some crow, brother, because I was wrong. OG is a great fit, and this team is clicking. It's unfortunate that their best player has gone out so early and is out for the rest of the season.
Their best player is still playing because Julius Randle is not the best player. I'm sorry, Jalen Brunson is their
Julius
best player.
Randle, listen, Julius Randle can handle his own. Jalen Brunson.
Once they trade Julius Randle and give value for him, it's a wrap. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I think you're wrong there. I think you're wrong there. I think Julius Randle is the focal point of this team, and he anchors the defense. He anchors the defense, and he initiates the offense. Julius Randle is a pivotal point on this team, and if he is to be traded, this team would be significantly worse.
Not mentally strong.
Worry about your team that can't win an NBA Finals and your team whose big man can't stay healthy ever but can win MVPs.
Bro, what are we talking about? A-Rod.
And
I'm just commenting, brother.
My team won a championship in 1983. Yours is in the 70s, dog. So stop playing.
I won no 8, brother. So what's up, kid?
All right. We've been to an NBA Finals later than you too, because y'all was 99. We was 2001, baby. What's up?
And we were just in one.
And lost.
You might have had the most iconic moment in the NBA Finals ever with the step over.
Did.
But that's what's down there. And what did you get out of it? A fucking Micro Machine statue is what you got.
We lost to Kobe and Shaq. Y'all lost to a rookie Tim Duncan. That's all I gotta say.
Who's the greatest power forward in all of basketball?
We lost to Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal.
Whoa. Kobe and Shaq. Respect on the San Antonio.
Who's the greatest duo in the last 20 years? Kobe and Shaq. Come on.
Worry about
you. Porzingis.
We're going to the West.
When the offseason comes, all those flowers you can give me, put them on my fucking funeral.
A-Rod. The best duo in the last 20 years is Chris Stapps and Derek White. That's what.
And everybody fucking knows it.
This is the Fair Weather Drunk podcast, and I love it so much.
We're going to the West. We just gonna kick it off with Clippers and Mavericks. That's all I gotta say, bro. I am so.
Where the fuck is Sammy for this? For Clippers Mavericks?
Oh.
We should just call. Can we phone him in right now?
Listen, this is the one I want to talk about because he was all in on the Clippers, and I've been all in on Luka since the summer. So.
Well, no. I will stand up for Sammy here. He has loved the Mavericks since they got Kyrie. He's been a Mavericks guy since then, but he's also been a Clippers guy since.
Different about that.
What's that?
We feeling different about that, what he said a couple weeks ago. So,
yeah, well, I will say Kyrie Irving is a piece of shit.
Oh, I agree with you 100%
What
there.
has he done? He's cool. He's been chilling.
He stepped on Lucky. That is not acceptable.
Oh my God. He's been a model citizen all season long.
He's a fake Muslim, man. He's a fake.
Luka.
That dude doesn't even fast for Ramadan.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sure he does.
Luka Doncic. I don't give a damn what anybody says. He is my MVP. I don't care. Jokic is cool. Shea is a cool story. The best player in the NBA this season was Luka Doncic. Okay, I don't care what nobody tells me, dog. He is electric, and he owns the Clippers. I don't know if I can pick him to beat the Clippers in 7-game series because there's something that's just. But the way they construct, you talk about the Knicks roster construction. The way the Mavericks put this roster together after, right before the All-Star break, getting Gafford, getting rid of Grant Williams, and just, it's just everything kind of just fits now. So to me, this is their best chance. And the way the seeding is broken down in the West, whoever wins between the Clippers and Mavericks, you got the Thunder playing either the Kings or who's the other team in the West? Or who am I missing? Oh, or the Pelicans. We all know the Pelicans are not going to lose because Zion. We'll just talk about the playing game real quick. Zion's body construction is going to be what does him in because he was finally starting to show flashes, and then right when it needed him the most, body gave up on him. Why? Your soft tissue injuries, hamstring issues, and all that shit. A lot of that has to do with just what you're holding up top. You know what I mean? And to me, as dominant as he was playing, that was bound to happen. You know what I mean? So I feel bad for Zion. He's not going to be able to play against Sacramento. Sacramento did a number on Golden State. Like this was without Malik Monk, without Kevin Huerter. So big ups to the Kings. I still think OKC is going to win round 1, right? So OKC versus the winner of Dallas and Clippers. To me, I'll take the Clippers or the Mavericks to make it to win that series too. So to me, this Clippers Mavericks series is basically to determine who's going to be one of the representatives in the Western Conference Finals. This is an important series. Luka, dog. I'm picking.
You're talking about a 7-8 matchup to determine who's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Come on.
No, I said 4-5.
Oh, okay, 4-5. Okay, I thought you were talking about the other. Okay.
Come on, Vic. Stay with me.
I'm trying to keep up.
Luka Doncic, whoever wins this series between Luka and Paul George and them, is going to the Western Conference Final. I'm just calling it out. I'm letting y'all know right now. But who do you have, AROD? Clippers or Mavericks?
I fucking hate both teams. So
I know you do. That's why this is fun.
Luka was my MVP beginning of the year, and I would love for him to win. I'm not rooting against him, but I just think like every year with voting, we don't know what's going to happen. I feel like the people who vote, they're just very boring. I'd be happy with Luka winning. I'd be happy with Shea winning. I would be very happy with Jokic winning. I really want Luka to get his. For me, I have a vendetta against a lot of players on both teams. Kyrie Irving is like the biggest vendetta I have in the NBA. And Paul George, you crowned yourself as this great basketball player when we got pandemic P instead of playoff P. So I don't know, man. I really want to watch the series. I'm really locked into it, but I'm more locked in for Luka. I really want Luka to win this. I want him to get out of this stigma that he's not that good. And it would make it better for me is the roster construction that Dallas has to move forward with compared to the kind of like what we were alluding to, what's been put together to try and take down one thing. Like the Clippers put together a pretty good roster to try and like take down the Nuggets, if you think about it. You know, you went and got James Harden, who we thought was going to do good with the Nets, and that tanked. And he knows his role here because he's with his boys. He's in LA. He's where he wants to be. So I'm rooting for Dallas. Give me Dallas in 7. Give me Dallas in 7.
Vic.
Fuck Kyrie.
I love Kyrie, y'all. I love Kyrie.
Fuck Kyrie, man. Fuck Kyrie Irving.
I mean, he hit the shot of
He
shots to help my boy. He hit the shot of shots to help my boy Brown get number 3. So
that's when I like Kyrie. That's when I had no problem with Kyrie.
Vic, who you got?
So they've only played each other 3 times this season. The Clippers have come out victorious twice in those 3 games, averaging a total of about 120, 119 points ish. This is a tough one for me. Give me the Los Angeles Clippers in 6.
I like it. I'm on that. All right. Nuggets and Suns. Not Nuggets. Minnesota and the Suns. So Minnesota is such a tough team to gauge.
And so are the Suns.
And so are the Suns. So we got the look at the Sixers making a little run right now. I don't know how to call this series. Like, I literally have zero clue because Minnesota played well all year. Cat, I think he's coming back. Rudy Gobert, for as much shit as I give him, he had a pretty solid year. Anthony Edwards is coming into his own. So you got the young up and coming stars against the old Kevin Durant, the old Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, who's still trying to just prove his worth a little again. You know what I mean? He's been to an NBA Finals. So big ups to him. I don't know. I think defense has to carry over in the playoffs. Minnesota has been the number 1 defense this season. So it's just hard for me to pick against Kevin Durant in a first round playoff series. Like, I just don't see why he's going to lose playoff series in the first round, even though he did it last year. But that was when they just put that team together. I'm gonna rock with the Suns to win this series. Simply because they have Kevin Durant and he's been there, done that. And I'm going to just leave it there. Vic, go ahead.
No, that's a great point, Kay. I'll bring up another point. The Timberwolves are 0-3 against the Phoenix Suns this season.
Including the last game of the year where they got the doors blown off of them when they were fighting for number 1 seed. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah. They scored 106 points. They never scored more than 115 against them all season. Give me the Phoenix Suns in 6.
Can I say something real quick? I had a parlay going on Sunday. I was doing well, bro. I was doing well. Vic, you know, I like my little parlays. 5 or 6 legs. It is what it is, right?
Insane, absolutely insane.
I had the Charlotte Hornets beating the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'll drink that.
Easy money. I had CJ McCollum 3-pointers, easy money. I had all this other shit, right? I hit them all. And then I had Yusuf Nurkic 7.5 points.
We saw the tweet. We saw the tweets.
Oh, you saw the tweet. He's the worst. You know what? I'm not picking Phoenix to win this series. Give me Minnesota to win this series because Yusuf Nurkic is the worst basketball player in the National Basketball Association because he couldn't get me 8 damn points. I needed 1 more bucket. He averages 11 points a game. He had 6 points. Had he made 1 more bucket, my $5.94 would have became $433 easy dollars. So because of that, I'm picking the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What would it have been if you had just not putting him on your parlay? Here's the thing: is like stick to 3 games max.
I know.
Max.
Don't
listen. Just put the 1 number at the bottom right now, boys.
My UFC card on Saturday night, 5 fights, hit them all. So I got them. I just sometimes,
that's what makes you want to put more money on more parlays.
So here's the thing: I've learned I'm not putting no more European players on my parlays, no more Boston Celtics players on my parlays, and we'll take it from there.
All right, it's my turn now. So Phoenix and Minnesota. I vendettas against players on these teams too, but I'm rooting for one guy. I'm rooting for one guy. And if there's anything that I want I want a really spicy offseason. I really want the spiciest of off seasons. And who better to start with than Mr. the Durantula himself? Who better to start with? Because we've talked about this all year, Kay. Whose fucking team is it? Is it Kevin Durant's or is it Devin Booker's?
Devin Booker thinks it's his team, but it's Kevin Durant's team.
Exactly. But does Kevin Booker know that it's not his team? So I want a spicy offseason, and I'm really rooting for this Minnesota team. I really am. I want Anthony Edwards to shine. I don't want him to find a way to leave Minnesota. I want Minnesota to be a powerhouse kind of organization, which they could never find to do. I think they got it to the finals, the Western Conference Finals one time with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And
KG Garnett.
Yeah.
His MVP.
Yeah, Kevin. The wine's talking now. I apologize. Yeah. But I want them to get back to that type of thing because we've seen such a stale organization in Minnesota. So I'm pulling for Minnesota to win this, knowing that Phoenix has the tools to do what they do because they do have Kevin Durant and they do got light-skinned crybaby boy Booker over there. And Bradley Beal, may turn back the clock and show us something that we've been bitching about him the entire year. So I'm going to go with Minnesota in 6 is what I'm going to do.
Let's go. Even though I hate Rudy Gobert, bro.
But you imagine no, this isn't back-to-back years of Kevin Durant getting swept in the first rounds. It would be Skip, right? Because he was with Phoenix last year, so.
Yeah, they just lost to the eventual world champions. And speaking of the eventual world champion, and Anthony Edwards is 22 years old. He's got plenty of time. That's all I'm gonna say. He's got plenty of time. But to be 22 years old and be the head of that snake, be the best player on your team, that's a lot to ask for. So his shoulders are big, and hopefully he can hold it. But now we got the Denver Nuggets and we got the Los Angeles Lakers. And as a LeBron James fanatic, whatever you want to call it, this is exactly what I would want. Because to me, there is no way you're making it to the NBA Finals without beating Nikola. There's nobody who can win an NBA Finals this year unless you beat Nikola Jokic. It's like the only way to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Jokic is the man, right? To me, the best time to do it is get him while you're still healthy because LeBron still got fresh legs. Anthony Davis, I don't know, he might still got fresh legs. D'Angelo Russell has been, he's been solid. To me, this is the best time. I'm gonna be a homer here. I'm picking LeBron James to win this series in 7 games. Because if it goes 7, LeBron will lose game 7s. And I got LeBron James and Boston in the NBA Finals. Like I said in the beginning of the year, I'm sticking to my pick. Give me LeBron in 7 games. Leap year LeBron. 2008 Olympics, 2012 championship, 2016 down from 3-1, 2020 COVID championship, 2024. Let's go, LeBron, Ramon, James. Give me LeBron in 7.
Bring this man down to earth, Vic.
Okay, well, first of all, you guys call me a homer. That's the most insane fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Tell me why.
Well, here's one reason why the Lakers didn't beat the Denver Nuggets at all this season and did not come within 10 points of winning this season.
That's not true.
That is factually correct.
Within 10 points?
They lost 107 to 119, 106 to 114. So there you go, 8 points.
That's 8.
And then 114 to 124. So 8 points is the closest they've come to beating the Nuggets this season. I think I was thinking 5 games, 6 max, but I'm gonna take the Nuggets in 5.
Hey, Rod.
You ready for the slap in the face, Vic?
Sure.
Give me the Lakers in 7, baby. Let's
go, baby.
Not slap in the face for me. You guys are dead ass wrong.
James.
Listen, I am hella scared about this series. They should have found a way to, fuck it up and not do it. But I guess that Wheaties box is really, really white for some reason. Anyways, the game that they played for the play-in, I was like, damn, if they win, this is going to be tough. But cut the head off the monster at the beginning of it and don't have to deal with it down the way, because I feel like it's easy sailing after that. If you can get through the trenches in the beginning, I feel like everybody else they can beat. So if they can get past that, I see it in 7. If you want me to like really pick, I see the Nuggets winning in 6. But
Nah, go hedge your bets, bro. You gotta pick a side, bro. Like Young Metro said, pick a side.
Man,
Los Angeles.
Still sticking.
Lakers.
We still don't trust you. I'm sticking with the Lakers, baby.
Let's go, LeBron. Leap year, LeBron, baby. Leap year, LeBron.
Absolutely insane.
I know we're insane. That's the whole point. I'm supposed to be insane. All right. Let's
and the genius that isn't crazy.
Let's real quick. We all got our mock drafts in. Shout out to the Sixers, by the way, within 5 going into the 4th quarter. Put your 4s up, baby. A-Rod, we might have to see y'all next, though. We're gonna see. But anyway, we all did our mock drafts. A-Rod is the king of our mock drafts. You know, you are the king, bro. You are the headmaster when it comes to our mock drafts. So, you know, we always count on you to make sure that we stay on point to do it. Now I got Vic's picks, I got my picks, I got A-Rod's picks. For the most part, you know, we both got Caleb and them. But then for whatever reason, I gotta talk to you, Vic. I mean, you, A-Rod. In what world do you think that they're gonna take Drake May in Washington over Jaden Daniels?
This mock draft was made a week and a half ago, so this one's a little bit older. I didn't want to make another one. I wanted to stick with my first one. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, like JJ McCarthy is fucking like the Price is Right fucking guy.
Yeah. He's third. I got him third.
He could go third. But in that week, Drake May was being talked about a lot, and Washington still is doing their homework. And last week they brought him back for a second, you know, courting. They brought him. They brought JJ McCarthy. They brought Bo Nix, and they brought what's the other guy's name? Penix. They brought all 4 of them this week. So, I feel like if you take a guy in for a second time, you know, there's something there you like about him. And I don't know. I got a gut feeling, man. Like I got to do a little bit
due diligence, baby.
I know they're doing their due diligence. I know Jaden Daniels has been very quiet though. Like you haven't heard a lot of people say Jaden Daniels is lock in at number 2. You haven't heard that yet.
He's a lot. I did research. He's a lot.
I don't know, man. And I still think if he goes to 3, I still think the Patriots shoot themselves in the foot and take JJ McCarthy still somehow. I don't know.
They are going to draft JJ McCarthy.
I don't think so.
All right, Vic.
I hope if Jaden Daniels is there, that's who they take. So
I think they take Jaden if he's there, and I think they take Drake May. I just think they're too scared to mess up this pick. If they take Drake May, that's understood. Okay, yeah, whatever we have.
What's all the smoke then? Because everything I'm seeing, they're in love with JJ, and I understand why.
JJ's got a great agent.
But think about it. It doesn't matter who they draft at quarterback. Who the hell they throwing the ball to? So at that point, you're gonna check who has the most upside, right? That's the way I see it. Who has more upside, Drake May or JJ McCarthy? Because JJ McCarthy has more upside.
Well, that's because you're a Michigan fan. Drake May definitely has more upside. Drake May's a better runner. Drake May's a better
what?
A better runner than
JJ.
He's not. Yes, he is. He's taller.
McCarthy was a top dual threat quarterback coming out of college.
He was, but let's be honest. So look who Drake May was throwing to. Look who JJ McCarthy was throwing to. JJ McCarthy was throwing to some real players. Ooh. So but these guys are still 5-star, 4-star recruits coming to Michigan. You're not getting 5-star, 4-star wide receivers to come to North Carolina. So I think Drake May is the better home run pick, but I still don't think it's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. But so if I'm the Patriots at 3 and I can't get Jaden Daniels, I don't know. I might just take Marvin Harrison Jr. and try and convince Tom Brady to come back for another year.
Oh my God, he's not coming back, bro. Let that shit go, bro.
Jacoby
Brissett Jacoby Brissett will be your quarterback. They'll draft JJ McCarthy. They'll let him sit behind Jacoby Brissett for a year. They'll make sure they stockpile on getting some weapons and shit like that, and then he'll be ready to go by next year. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Now, I had all right, Malik Neighbor, all right, Marvin Harrison. We all because there's a bet. There's like a bet. The first non-quarterback to come off the draft board. Are we all on the green that's gonna be Marvin Harrison?
I see some Malik. I mean, I think it is, but I see some people saying Malik Neighbors, and I think they're fucking high out of their mind.
That's not a drug that I'm familiar with, so I ain't going to agree with that one. Outside of that, I mean, AROD, you're Mr. Beat writer guy and everything. What other roses should we be giving you in a couple weeks because you saw something, you heard something?
One or two are trading out of the top 10. One or two teams are going to trade out of the top 10. And the one that makes the most sense for me is the Giants. The Giants just seem to make the most sense for me because they if they can strong arm the Vikings into moving up, I think they can get 2 first-round picks out of it.
The Chargers, to me, if I'm the Chargers, because like the Giants could draft a wide receiver,
they could,
or a quarterback. So if I'm the Chargers, if I really want, that's why on my mock draft I have the Vikings trading up to the Chargers spot to go get Drake May because Drake May is going to be there at 5. That's just the way I see it.
But the Chargers just need to get the best available offensive player for Justin Herbert because it's a clean slate over there with now 2 Achilles torn running backs from the Ravens that they just picked up.
We got J.K. Dobbins now.
Yeah. So I think this is the way I'm thinking is if you are the New York Giants, you can still be in play to get a top wide receiver and probably the third best receiver in the draft, maybe the second best receiver in the draft. And you trade down with the Vikings. If you swap the 11th and your second round, or you swap your 6th and your second round pick for both first round picks from the Vikings, you're sitting pretty, man. You're sitting pretty to get 2 players. You can get your wide receiver, and then maybe on the wraparound 23, if he's sitting there, you can maybe get a Michael Penix or a Bo Nix there if that's what you want to get. So
I just want to say I thought Yusuf Nurkic was the worst basketball player in the NBA. It might be Buddy Hield. But anyway,
he blew that fucking layup, dude.
Anyway, Jet fan, you think Brock Bowers is a lock or y'all gonna go offensive line?
From what I'm seeing, it's 50-50. Brock Bowers to me makes the most sense now because with the injury history of Mike Williams and the utilage of the tight end pause that Aaron Rodgers likes to have, it makes sense. Get that. Get a guy that's a George Kittle type of player. You beefed up the O-line. The second stringers, they're okay. You can find value in the second and third round if that's the routes you want to go. But I think Brock Bowers for right now is a lock unless they decide to trade down and do something. But yeah, this draft is really tough for me to like grasp unlike last year's. Like the 2 and 3 picks are a little bit. I need to see more. I want to believe Jaden Daniels is going to go 2, but I haven't seen enough to lock it in just yet that that's who we're going with.
Vic, do you have a favorite player in this draft?
Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
He's been on that one since the beginning, and he
sure has. He sure has. Also looking, you got JJ McCarthy slipping all the way to 19. You think the Rams would spend a first-round pick on a quarterback? Vic?
No.
That's not what you put.
Oh, is it not what I put?
That's what you put.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Rams.
I did my shit like 2 weeks ago.
We are all going to have to redo our mock drafts.
This is 1.0. We were supposed to do this last week.
This is a bad 1.0.
You asked me. I sent it last week.
I still like mine. I still like mine currently.
I don't know about that one, Playboy.
I'm telling you,
it's not terrible.
Jaden Daniels isn't locked in just yet.
And I'll tell you what, JJ's not going to get to 19 in my latest mock draft. There ain't no way. So I think that they go either offensive lineman or they go defense here.
And then with the latest what happened with what's his name in Kansas City, what's the receiver's name?
Rasheed Rice.
Rashee Rice. Do you think because they just got Marquise Brown, so they don't necessarily need to draft a receiver. I mean, what as a defending champ, I mean, what do you think they because we got Nate Wiggins from Vic, we got Chop Robinson from AROD, and
no,
I got
it's the other way around. AROD's got Nate Wiggins. I got Chop.
Yeah, my bad. And then I got
Chop ain't going that low.
I got Tyler Guyton going tackle. So to me, it's like for the defending champ, it's like I don't know what you do as a defending champ because it's been a while. And a receiver, they don't really need to do that. Defensive and you said Chop. Yeah, Chop could fall though. He could drop. He could drop.
Chop ain't falling. Chop ain't falling.
He could drop.
Chop ain't getting past the Bucks, man. Chop is not getting past the Bucks. They are in
That's
love.
That's who I picked. That's who I got picking. The Bucks. I got the Bucks picking Chop.
I have the same
go.
thing.
Hey, we there. All right. Any other rumors in the NFL that we need to talk about? Anything that we missing?
Spencer Rattler is shooting up, man.
Listen, man.
I
said this shit months ago. I said, look, if I'm the Patriots, I go draft me Marvin Harrison in the third pick, and just go come around in the second or third round, get me a Spencer Rattler. I'm fine.
Spencer Rattler ain't a leader though. Spencer Rattler is not a leader, and he will not sit on the corner.
That's you know what kind of move that's for? And what I've been hearing is the Raiders. The Raiders are like, we are not taking a quarterback at that pick.
Yeah.
And they're going to take the best available player on the board to them. And round 2 they'll get the quarterback, and it's looking like it's Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler in a second round is insane.
Michael Penix, A-Rod, you got Michael Penix going to the Raiders.
Yeah, but what I just told you from what I've been what I'm reading is like they're saying we're taking the best available player, and it won't be a quarterback most likely. So
yeah, because me and Vic had the same mindset of them getting a tackle, closing up our offensive line, which to me would probably make sense. Just get that out the way, and then you can wait on the quarterback of that. If you're not getting Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels.
They like that quarterback they have. I don't know his name, but they like him.
You don't know he's a USC quarterback.
I don't know him.
O'Connell.
Like yeah, that's
O'Connell. Yeah.
Yeah, they like him a lot. So
and then
I see it though.
And then for the Eagles, just so I can put it out there, Cooper DeJean. I like him. I don't know if he's gonna beat it. I think the Colts gonna pick him up. Jared Verse, I would love that. Vic, I would love Jared Verse. He's a good player. I also picked Jared Verse as well. All right, cool. We on the same page. I like it. All right, cool. A-Rod, what's on your mind, bro?
About
in general, bro. Just what in the sports world has been keeping you up at night? For me, I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask you about this, but what's that umpire's name in the MLB? That's just
Angel Hernandez.
Yo, I didn't know it was that bad. No, that shit's terrible.
Bro, I didn't know when he blew that perfect game. He blew a perfect game.
That shit is horrendous.
When I worked at Hyatt, I waited on him, man, and he was the nicest guy in the world. And all I could think of myself while I was there was like, everybody hates you, including me. But you better tip me good, man. You better tip me good on this shit, man.
They have let's go Tyrese Maxey. He's the raw. Yo, the MLB umpires have a union, so there's nothing they can do about him. Like they're not gonna fire him. It's literally impossible to get fired as an umpire in the MLB. So I think that's crazy. Another thing, Shohei Ohtani really did get robbed. So
yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad.
You a piece of shit. Honestly, you a piece of shit. But Jontay Porter, he got caught. He got caught. So we were, and Sammy, I wish Sammy was here because Sammy said just let him bet. Now this dude was betting on his team to lose, bro. Like
crazy. Absolutely
Jontay
crazy.
Porter is banned for life from the NBA.
Thank God.
He's the worst of the worst. And I hope that this distracts Michael Porter Jr. So that the Lakers can win that series in 7.
I hope he gets locked up. I'll be honest. Fuck that dude.
Lock him up.
I don't know if they're gonna lock him up.
I know, but I want them to.
But he's the worst.
Build
of the
that
worst,
wall.
bro.
Build that.
He is the worst of the worst.
Dude.
God, what else? Vic, I did have this question for you, Caitlin Clark, in regards to comparison to Tiger Woods, because the WNBA draft this past Monday, I actually sat there and watched the whole thing.
The whole thing.
That was,
I did watch the first 3 picks, but that was it. I was done after that. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew a lot of the players, and I was excited. I'm like, oh shit, I like this fit here. I like this fit here. It was the most watched WNBA draft in the history of drafts. Like last year, they had like 700,000. This year, they had 2.8 million. Like Caitlin Clark's impact is ridiculous. So
it is crazy.
We talked about Tiger Woods and golf to lead off the show. That's the impact of Tiger Woods that we led off the show with golf. Caitlin Clark is leading off Sports Center, First Take, all the shit. Do you think that her impact, because we saw her salary, she's getting paid $90,000 a year, some shit like that, which is like, I mean, in this economy for a professional athlete,
it's actually 70,000 her first year, but we all know she's not making 70,000 because she got endorsements from Nike.
God bless her for having endorsements. But with that being said, obviously, a player of her caliber is going to help her league get more eyes and more money. TV deal coming up. We saw this with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. We saw this with Michael Jordan. We saw this. We see it in all sports. You think Caitlin Clark has that individual impact to really just blow this whole shit up?
We need a villain. If Caitlin Clark is the hero, we need a villain. Now, if that's still Angel Reese, great, awesome. That's what we need. But we need a hero and villain, right? Magic was the hero. Bird was the villain, right? We all and everybody ate it up. That's why the NBA became so. The Celtics were the villain. Lakers were everybody's hero, right? Yep. So we need the villain. There needs to be a villain. If she finds one in the WNBA, then yes. But nobody's gonna watch the WNBA just because Caitlin Clark is so dominant. That's my opinion.
Diana Taurasi looks like she wants to be the villain. I think a lot of the older players are trying to take that villain role, like especially the UConn ones. Like they're really trying to take that villain role.
Good.
But as a guard, like she needs like another guard, because like even though Magic Johnson wasn't a forward, he's 6'9", so he's basically him and Larry were looking eye to eye the whole time, right? Angel Reese is a big like a lot of these good players in the WNBA, a lot of them are big. So I feel like she just needs. Maybe but Sabrina Ionescu is too nice of a person to be a mean person. So
and I don't know who the fuck that is. So
Sabrina Ionescu?
You need a household. You need Diana Taurasi. What?
She's got a Nike shoe.
She does.
All right, dude. Let's be honest. Nobody knows who the fuck that is. Or
went against
that
Steph
shoe.
Curry in the 3-point contest, buddy.
Oh, well, and I already forgot her name, dude. And I told you how much I love that shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you need like a Diana Taurasi, like you need a household name. You need an Angel Reese. It cannot be whoever.
But she's also fresh. She's also fresh in the WNBA.
I got you.
But you need somebody like that. Candace Clark. Is Candace Parker still playing? I don't know.
Yeah, but she's grown folk now. She's old.
But like that would be fucking awesome. Like somebody I know. You know what I mean?
I got you. Vic, what's on your mind, bro? Anything bugging you? Anything you need to get off your chest?
All I want to say is I told you that the Sixers were going to make a run, and they have, and now are up.
As you say that.
Ooh,
say that.
Okay, hold on. Let me say this. I did say that the Miami didn't have any other dogs other than Jimmy Butler. Jaime Jaquez Jr. could be a fucking a dog.
I need my flowers right fucking now when I said at the beginning of the year. Give me that shit.
That dude's dunking in a fucking playoff game like it's nobody's business. And he's running the offense.
I'm opening
he
up.
He always runs bro. He's so confident, bro.
I am opening up a fucking florist shop.
He just took Embiid. He just tried to take Embiid to the fucking cup. That's crazy. This is wild. It's a great game. God. That's all I gotta say.
When I saw that kid at UCLA, I was like, Miami Heat. And our biggest Heat supporter, Nick Wilkie, was like, he's not gonna be that good. I'm calling you out right now, boy. I'm calling you out right now. I told you he's gonna be it.
I hate this basketball team, bro. I really do.
It's bricking threes off the side of the rim.
All right, listen. I'm gonna let my naysayers know one thing. Devontae Smith is back. I gotta just say something because my naysayers a lot of Cowboy fans. Your front office versus my front office is no comparison. Like we got Jalen Hurts signed. We picked up Saquon Barkley. I couldn't get a running back. We got a wide receivers all signed. We got rid of Hassan Reddick, but we picked up the sack leader from the Jets. Like our front office has shat on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, Michael Parsons, oh, we don't know about him. What's his name? CeeDee Lamb not showing up in camp. Dak Prescott got a charge against him. It's all this shit going on in Dallas. Meanwhile, we chilling out here in Philly. So naysayers, Devontae Smith is back, baby. That's what I gotta let my naysayers know. AROD, number 2 seed, and the Yankees are dominant. But anyway, what next? AROD, you having a good time right now, but go ahead.
I'm gonna let my naysayers know. Like when my teams do good, like don't come at me, man. Just be happy. Be like, hey, good win. I don't need to hear, oh, but you haven't won a championship in 20 years, or oh, the Jets never won anything.
You're a fan of a New York sports teams. That's what you're gonna get. New York, Boston, Philly. Everyone hates us, dog. This is what it is.
But I'm just saying, like, embrace your brother like J. Cole would. That's all I need. Embrace your brothers like J. Cole would.
He's
and your
from
boy is single too.
North Carolina. I would support him.
The boy is single and on the market. And Vic, I want to go golf again. After that. And whoever wants to see me on the green, holla at me.
Vic, what naysayers? What say you to your naysayers?
I want to tell my naysayers I love golf. And I really love golf. A lot
I
of
like
fun. I like turtles.
Hey, Rod.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
We got TikTok now. By the way, naysayers.
Motherfucker ruined
Sorry.
it,
man. Sorry. I got excited.
Right. You can find us
we have a TikTok.
You can find us, and it's doing numbers already. Which is good. You can find us on Twitter at @fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now TikTok. Search the Fair Weather Podcast wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio. Search the Fair Weather Podcast, and you can find us there as well. I got no words of wisdom.
Vic, take us home.
Oh, yeah, Vic, take it.
Sun Tzu, know thy enemy, which the Celtics will do this series, next series, the next series, and for the conference fucking finals, all the way to the championship. Oh, wait, baby, let's go.
With that being said, folks, we're going to have to take Vic. We're going to have to put Vic on a little hydration thing, or IV, because I think he's had his last drink for tonight. Everybody have a good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and peace out. Let's go.